I'm Pam Fox at pamfox.org. Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today. I'm back in the kitchen. I should have brought this up before I got started, but I forgot. Why is it doing this? Okay, hang on just 1 second. Well, I'm back in the kitchen and I'm going to be making my fajita bowls today, which is instead of making regular fajitas, you're dumping everything into a bowl. Okay, I don't know why that's froze like that, but that's okay. I don't need it. Okay, I don't need the recipe. So I'm going to be making fajita bowls out of my cookbook, Planti Reflux. If you don't already have my cookbook, you can join my Facebook group. It's called Planti Reflux Support Group on Facebook. That's Planti Reflux. It's the cookbook has recipes in it for people with reflux, but it's all plant-based recipes to help you overcome your reflux and maybe other health issues as well. A plant-based diet has been known to do that for many people, myself included. But today we're going to be making the fajita bowl, which is, like I said, it's instead of making fajitas, you're just putting all the ingredients into a bowl and mixing it up like a salad. And so I've already started by marinating my portobello mushrooms. So this calls for, so usually with fajitas you have maybe like sliced steak, onions and peppers, and you saute that all up. So in the place of the steak we have portobello mushrooms. And I've already sliced these up and they've been marinating since this morning. So the marinade is in the cookbook and the recipe. It's basically liquid aminos, which I use these Bragg's liquid aminos, which is like a soy sauce replacement. So it's liquid aminos, a little bit of maple syrup, a little bit of Italian seasoning, a little bit of water to make this marinade. And a lot of times I'll just put 2 mushrooms in here, or I'll put them in a Ziploc bag. I've already got my pan heating here. I'm going to go ahead and I've got a red bell pepper. You know how much I love the frozen peppers to keep in the freezer, but it's nice to use one of these for this because you can get the nice long strips, where as opposed to the mini baby bell peppers, you get the little slices or the little rings. So this way you get the nice long strips. So I'm going to go ahead and just strip this up really quick and get it going. I've already got my nonstick pan preheating. And as you guys know, if you follow me, I don't cook with oil. Oil is a common trigger food. So as I was saying, my recipe, my cookbook, has all plant-based recipes that eliminate common trigger ingredients in the recipes, one of them being oils. I just learned to not cook with oils, and I've just never really added it back into cooking. Usually there's really no reason for it. Like I've got a non-stick pan here. I've got a non-stick pan. Oh, okay, it looks like I'm back. Okay, yep, looks like I'm back. All right, sorry about that, guys. So, as I was saying, so I'm making the fajita bowls. I've got 1 red bell pepper already sauteing, and look, nothing's sticking. And I'm going to go ahead and put in these mushrooms. I'm not going to throw in the marinade. I'm actually going to keep the marinade out because it's just too much liquid. All right, so that's 2 portobello mushrooms and 1 whole pepper. And in the recipe, I don't think it calls for carrots, but you know me, I love these shredded. They're not even shredded. They are shredded. They're little matchstick carrots. I'm going to throw a handful of those in there as well. A couple of handfuls. So this is going going to go really fast today because I pre-sliced those mushrooms and marinated them. I've already made my lemon tahini dressing because it has no lemon in it. Well, this does have lemon in it. So also with the Fajita Bowl recipe, there's the marinade, there's the tahini dressing, which is tahini and cumin and sumac. This one does have lemon in it. It has all kinds of bad stuff in it for people with reflux. I no longer have reflux is no longer an issue for me, but it has garlic, it has onion. But the recipe is in there with the adapted version. So when you're making a bowl, usually you have some type of green, some type of green, maybe some type of a bean. It just depends on what kind of bowl you're making. This one's going to have rice and lettuce, and then my this is not going very well. My sauteed vegetables. Normally I would spin that. I just washed it, so it's really wet. That's okay. So I like to use a big bowl like this because I'm going to make a fairly large portion, and I can really, using a mixing bowl like this, I can really get in and stir up all of these ingredients. So I'm putting all of this lettuce in here. And if you're new and you're wondering, she's not going to eat all that, is she? I am, because when you're on a plant-based diet, typically you need to eat a larger volume of food, which is one of the really fun things about being on a plant-based diet is you get to, I like it. I was talking to my daughter recently, and she doesn't really have an issue with wanting to eat like large volumes of food. She's always been the type of person that can just eat a small meal and she's fine. I'm the type of person that always wants to keep eating and keep eating and keep eating. So that's one of the reasons I really love a plant-based diet. Quitting time is because I can eat large volumes of food and never feel sick or feel guilty about it. So over here in my frying pan, I've just got bell peppers, mushrooms, and some carrots. And it really is a quick little saute. I turned my burner off a second because we lost the connection, so I lost my heat. But in here we've got greens, and then I'm going to put in some rice. And I already made some rice this morning as well. You guys, if you don't have a rice cooker, I highly recommend either getting like an Instant Pot or rice cooker. I have one of each. And it's just a really quick and easy way to make perfect rice every time. And this is just a Aroma rice cooker, which is probably one of the cheapest and most widely made rice cookers available out there. I think I got this one at Costco for, I don't even know, less than $30, probably $20. So I already have some rice in here that's done. Now in the recipe, it's just plain rice, and you could use any grain you wanted. You could use brown rice, you could use farro, you could use white rice, you could use any rice you wanted. This just happens to be white rice, and it does happen to have, I poured a little bit of salsa into it when I cooked it just to make it more like a Spanish rice. I'll save that for tomorrow. So we've got our greens and our grains, about half and half, probably a little bit more greens in there. And this is just about done. So I hope everybody is doing well with the 28-day Plant-A-Reflux challenge. This is just about done, and I'm going to be taking off. But for those of you doing the 28-day plant-based anti-reflux challenge, which I call the Plant-A-Reflux challenge, I just want to encourage you to continue with the diet for the full 28 days if you're just starting. If you're in your second month, then you're in more of what we call the maintenance phase, which means you might be reintroducing some foods to see if you can tolerate them at that time or not. And so it really is, it's a trial and error game where you go plant-based for a month and you eliminate all common trigger foods to support that healing of the esophagus, of the LES, of the stomach. to support healing of the tissues, to minimize reflux so you're not having so much burning, so much internal injury and inflammation as a result of that. So it's just a real opportunity to give that digestive system a rest and to promote healing. And then in the second month or the second 28 days, you continue with the diet, only you can reintroduce one thing at a time. Like maybe, you want to find out what specifically are your culprits. So maybe you introduce something like tomatoes and see if it causes you to have reflux. And if it does, then you still can't have tomatoes. Maybe you eliminated gluten, and when you reintroduce gluten, you find that it is or it isn't an issue. So you can kind of figure out and gauge, what you can and cannot eat at that time. Now, if you go in another month and continue to reintroduce foods and see how you do, you may find that changes a month from now, months from now, a year from now, and so forth. So it's really kind of, you have to think of it as a marathon, not a sprint, right? I've heard that before. So this is done. I'm going to eat, get a peek at this. So we've just got peppers and mushrooms, and it's just that marinade is just kind of starting to, I don't know if you can see, but it's kind of starting to make kind of a sauce as it thickens. Not a sauce, but it's kind of getting syrupy. So I'm going to eat half of this tomorrow. I'm just going to go ahead and put half of it in today. Or if I get hungry later tonight, I'll have this sitting here and I can have more of it later tonight. So that's it for that. And then I'm going to top it with this dressing. You guys, if you follow me, you've seen me make this before. This tahini. So I'm just going to drizzle this on here. So essentially this is a salad. It's really good with cabbage as well instead of the greens. Because when you throw all this hot stir fry onto the greens, they do get a little wilted, which I don't really mind. I like it, but you just mix it all together and you have a wonderful fajita bowl. And that's it. And I actually made this for my parents, and my dad, who is not vegan or plant-based, loved it. All right. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Thank you for sticking with me, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.